is a thoroughbred who's recently come off the track. She's anxious and she's still underweight, and she has been kept alone in a stable much of her life, and due to that, it's caused quite a lot of issues in her. She's got quite bad separation anxiety. So this is the first session that I did with her. We put her in the indoor arena loose, and I think at this part of the video there was a horse outside, so she was very preoccupied and very anxious about being inside the arena and not being outside with the horses. Well, with the other horse, but even when the other horse goes back to their paddock, she is still unable to relax. So here I'm just going to be asking for attention. I think there's just someone walking in the arena at the moment. So I'll be asking for her attention, and if I just get some little acknowledgement that she knows that I'm there and that she's aware of me, then I will acknowledge her acknowledging me and stop asking and turn away. So here you can see I just asked for her attention there, and she doesn't really know I exist at this point. She's still running around and obsessing about the entrance to the arena. So you can't see me here, but I am asking for her attention. So she stares out the door again, and round about now I'll be either clicking my fingers or waving the flag until I get some tiny response from her at this stage. At this stage it might be a very small response, just something, a little ear flick. Maybe she just looks at me briefly through her eye, and then I walk away. So you'll see me in a minute walk up a bit closer to her and wave the flag to get her attention. I just wasn't getting much from where I was standing, so I thought I might try going a bit closer and just seeing if I get a little bit more of something. You can see her pawing there. Just another sign of anxiety there. Okay, so there we got a nice one of the attention. You can see I asked her attention and she looked at me. So I'm keeping asking here until I get something. So here she decides to leave the door a little more. She goes quite far out. And then she crosses back quite close to me, back to the door. So that is a sign of progress. Even though she still ran back to the door, she did do something a little differently. And she did come in a little closer to me. Their head went down briefly. Again, a very small sign that we are heading in the right direction. So I'm just carrying on doing what I'm doing by asking her for attention and also mirroring her a bit. And then when she leaves, I kind of mirror her, but in a much more slowed down walk than what she does. If I do mirror her or match her steps, it's on a much quieter level than what she's on. Yeah, so she's still pacing up and down. I'm asking for attention, and I got it, and then I stop. And I mirror her a little bit again. I'm asking for attention. As soon as I get some response, I turn away and take all pressure off. I'm asking her. There we go, ear flick. See how she's looking at me a bit longer that time. Again, a sign of progress. So she trots off again, this time going to a little further than she's been before she trots back to the door. Okay, she didn't really stay at the door there, which was nice. And then she went kind of around the whole arena, which was quite nice too. And she's looking at me a little bit more. She's taking a little more notice of me than she did before. And she didn't stay too long at the door there. Her anxiety is also definitely decreasing at this stage. She's not as frantic. And now you can see she's almost getting more curious than fearful. So as the anxiety and the fear leaves, then the curiosity will step in, and then you know you're also progressing quite nicely. And there she's actually almost wanted to come towards me, but then she chose the door. So she's putting her head down more and more, her pace is slowing, and she's coming into the middle of the arena more and closer to me more and more. So there's been quite a big change in her in under 6 minutes, which is quite fantastic because she was very, very anxious in the beginning. Everything is moving slow, her head's moving slower, her tail's moving slower. She's just kind of more exploring a little bit at this point. And I'm just following her and just mirroring her and kind of just being a horse with her. Not asking anything, just being a calm presence. There, she's almost connecting with me now. And I'm just doing what she wants to do. So here it looks like she might want to have a roll, which is really great. That's a really good sign that she feels comfortable enough to do that. So she's getting more and more relaxed, and she's connecting with me more and more. So she's actually choosing to walk with me here. And I'm just kind of casually walking along and kind of doing what she would do, like sniffing the ground, looking at the ground, just hanging out. And she's actually able to stand still now, whereas before, um, 10 minutes ago, she would not have been able to achieve that. And she's actually walking with me very nicely here. So here you can just see how quickly I can get her attention now compared to when we first started, and how she's much quicker to connect with me. So I quite like her here, how relaxed and at ease she is. And I would be happy to end here for the day because it was a really great change in her, and I don't think anything else is needed from her today.